It's Your Money, sponsored by Strategic Wealth Designers.
Choosing a financial advisor is all about asking the right questions and making informed decisions. As Rob Lessio tells us, your age and your state of retirement or how close you are really is part of the things you need to talk about. All right, so Rob, can you explain the difference between some of these terms, the different types of advisors, accumulation specialists or distribution specialists? We'll start with that.
Okay, that's great. For the bulk of your audience, depending on how it's spread out, is people are in accumulation mode. That's just you're saving. And honestly, that's the vast majority of advisors out there. Distribution specialists simply get you to the finish line. It's an easy way to say that. They have the conversations about Social Security and tax planning and income planning, healthcare planning, all the things with you to make sure that it works out. It stands to reason that when people climb Mount Everest, they hire a guide. What a lot of people don't know is when they get to the top, they hire someone else to get them to the bottom because it's harder to get down.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And then another term you're supposed to ask about, fiduciary. Explain that.
All right. So there's two different standards in our industry when advice is given to you. There's the fiduciary standard, which everybody's heard that fancy word by now. And then there's the suitability standard. Now, as a fiduciary, you're legally, morally, and ethically obligated to do what is best for the client, even if it's not what's best for the advisor or the firm. Suitability standard means whatever advice is given to you just has to be suitable for you. Isn't it fair to say that human beings can justify something as suitable for someone else?
Okay. Well, and big firms, small firms, independent, captive, other words we need to think about.
Absolutely. So when you're working with, the big firms, they have big bosses in corner office. They have quotas to hit. When you work with an independent advisor, they have every single tool in the investment tool belt to make sure that your retirement goes the way you want it to. So long story short, go work with somebody you feel extremely comfortable with. And when you do that, make sure you also get a second set of eyes just at some point in time. That's the real big takeaway.
Those are the big takeaway. I do like that. I think you have to like the person because if you're like me, you call them a lot. And you want to like them. All right. Thanks, Rob. You can learn more about this and other business related news in the community section of the Local 12 News app.